Hi guys, it's Brittany and welcome to another episode of One Hot Mess. All right, y'all. Today we're going to be talking about tiny ways to bridge the gap between us and the spirit world. Have you heard about the veil that separates us from the other side? Have you wondered what it is and if it's possible to thin this veil? Well, y'all, get ready to remove the confusion of the veil separating them from your most receptive self in the magic of high vibrational life. First of all, though, what is the veil? Well, it's not a physical barrier as much as it is an energetic barrier. It is simply the belief that you are separate from God or your loved ones or the very things you inspire to have in your life. So kind of think of the veil as a combination of three things: group and individual experiences. This mindset is what holds the lessons of our earthly experience. And as we evolve, our mindset changes. And this welcomes new ways of being in our world. Right now, we are going through an amazing collective evolution. Okay? And then the collective consciousness. And the collective consciousness can be loving or fear-based. Your thoughts and beliefs. All of these, they can shift in a nanosecond. When the veil thins, it doesn't just offer psychic experiences. It is where you easily manifest in the love and awareness of God or, whatever you want to put there, your beliefs, And it's crucial to remember that whatever you put out into the universe is your creation of the veil. This becomes your view of the world and your ability to connect with a loving universe, loving ancestors, and all that is. And with that being said, how do you move through the world? Is your life mostly filled with purpose and inspiration, or is it kind of heavy or with distractions and complications? Okay, well, let's go over some ways to thin the barrier between ourselves and the spirit world. So one thing is notice how you communicate with yourself. Do you use loving language and thoughts when you think about yourself? This is how you communicate with the universe. So everything around you will respond accordingly. Loving language thins the veil for all of us. And ask what acts of self-love you afford yourself. This might be slowly stretching and bringing more ease into your body and mind. It also might be eating brightly colored, healthy fruits and vegetables. Whatever your acts of self-love are, they will be mirrored back to you. The more you love yourself, the more love you will receive, and this also thins the veil for each of us. And you're going to need to release the need to control, okay? Your ability to move through life with ease and grace offers an easy stream of life experiences. When we live life heavily attached to specific outcomes, it creates heaviness and blocks in the veil. So letting things flow allows all the energy around you to move easily. And remember, the world is massive and complex, and not everything is about you. So allow life to occur without taking it personally. Having the mindset that puts your needs against the world, it creates a barrier of heaviness in the veil. So it makes it harder to receive and live in the flow of life. Recognizing our connection to all that is thins the veil for all of us. View others with compassion. This requires you to move through life with an open heart and a high vibrational awareness. Compassion for self and others is a gift, and it opens portals throughout our veil. View life as an experience rather than race or a goal to be won. Sometimes we need to remember to slow down and not allow occurrences to shatter our world. There is always more than meets the eye. When we can view a different possibility, the veil thins and creates many new openings, and each new perspective brings new portals to grace, ease, and love. You need to find and commit to spiritual practices that are meaningful to you, because spiritual practices create bonds and portals to the other side. Faith not only thins the veil, but is a fast track to connecting with the other side. So think of prayer and meditation as creating portals and vortexes to the other side. And do your best to live in the moment. We all have goals and take action steps. But if we don't have gratitude for the moment, we are not living with an open heart, and we end up missing the universal connection. Living in the past is just scurrying your way through life, and it creates a tunnel far beneath the energetic energy of the veil. Allow yourself to live intuitively. Logic has its place in this world, but if you never live intuitively, you are missing your connection to the other side of the veil. Intuitive living, it creates nice pathways through the veil to the other side. Ask, what do you give your time and energy to? What do you prioritize in your life? Do you make room for joyful activities and thoughts, or do you get weighed down by burdens? The heavier and denser you move through life, the heavier your veil is. The good news is the veil responds immediately to your positive changes. And maintain boundaries that keep your life peaceful. Do you have good boundaries, or do you give mixed signals and live with chaos? Lovingly maintaining boundaries, it will help you be a clear channel and receive what you are asking for. If you live with distractions and very few boundaries, your veil and life will be filled with debris and obstacles and other unwanted stuff. So, yes, you know, each of us has thoughts and behaviors that are high vibrational and some that are lower vibrational, and changing these habits can come quickly by an act of God, or, and other times it is painfully slow. So imagine the effort it takes to bend a spoon by just using your mind. That is nothing compared to some karmic mindsets we are trying to transform. Some of our life lessons are like moving a giant boulder with just the power of our minds. A couple of these boulders are so large that we must slow down our minds and go into the cold shadows of our thoughts. This will help us understand our attachment to the dark, heavy boulder that must shift for the light to come in. And the beautiful thing about this journey is we each have phenomenally powerful minds that can be used for the good of all. And we also have an amazing capacity for love and forgiveness and compassion. Nothing stays the same. All obstacles can be navigated, so the light shines brightly. I mean, I will always believe in miracles and know these changes can happen in a flash of awareness. So practice allowing yourself to feel the moment just before you inhale. Imagine this moment holds the pause of emptiness and pure potential. As you inhale, your thoughts begin to take form, and this is where change begins. All right, you guys. Now let's just talk about, um, well, moving through life like a high vibrational psychic. There is no right or wrong way to connect with the other side, but it does require opening yourself up in a specific way. Like, do you have an extra strong women's intuition or some other fired up sixth sense? Do you wonder if you're crazy when sometimes you just know things? Maybe you want to be clairvoyant and are completely overlooking the other ways your intuition works. So the key is learning to trust your sixth sense abilities. Okay? Okay. So, each of us communicates with source, the universe, our angels and spirit guides all the time. We are hardwired to use our intuitive skills in everyday life. It is what we do with the information that matters. We are given these gifts to help us move lovingly through life, bringing ease and grace to us. So let's go over some signs that you use powerful intuitive skills every day without even thinking about it. So, you just go with the flow. A high vibrational psychic doesn't attempt to control everything. It's easy for you to let go. On some level, you have faith and an innate knowing that things will work out. This is just how you do, And you know when to give people space. And this might be because you can feel that that person needs time to regroup. Maybe it's because you don't feel good around this person. Either way, distance is needed and you can sense that. And you follow your gut. This isn't to say that you don't make mistakes. It means that more often than not, your instincts are correct. And you can easily see different perspectives in life. You know that not everything is black and white. People's paths intersect and sometimes even collide together. You can see the big picture, the different views of life, and you understand how people feel. It is easy for you to be compassionate. You know the next move without antagonizing over it. It's almost like the paths appear just as you're taking the step. And on some level, you just trust the process. And it's easy to imagine different possibilities. You know that nothing is set in stone and we have limitless possibilities of living our life. And you get signs from the universe, angels, guides, and loved ones. And you trust some of the funny messages you get that wouldn't make sense to other people. And this is connected with all psychic abilities. And you feel deeply when you feel it touches all of you. And this can be wonderful, like falling in love. Other times it hurts. These feelings are part of your sixth sense. And with practice, you will learn how to not be swept away when things don't feel good. And your thoughts go to places beyond this experience, it's easy for your mind to drift to other places. And this might feel like meditation or just daydreaming, but you are familiar with places beyond this world. The highest vibrational ways of moving through life involves all psychic abilities. Making this spiritual and intuitive connection is completely effortless, as our hearts are open to the loving energy of others. We go to the place where stories and beliefs have no impact. We go without our egos. Our decisions and actions are based on love. There is no winning or losing. We live with compassion for each other. The best managers, partners, and parents all have a bit of high vibrational psychic in their daily life. When they are in tune, they are divinely guided. Most of them don't even know how amazing they are. Alrighty, so let's go over some surprisingly deep benefits of developing psychic abilities. These days, everyone seems to have an opinion about self-improvement. There are life coaches, motivational speakers, and self-help books galore that offer tips on creating a better life. Each of them has something to offer, but one area that is overlooked is developing your psychic abilities as a self-improvement activity. There are at least 5 reasons you should consider it. Cultivating your psychic abilities is not generally viewed as empowering, but a closer investigation indicates that these skills are natural and are beneficial for improving your life. These natural gifts allow you to learn about who you are and your limits. They validate you and give you confidence in making decisions. So, some things that you can do with psychic abilities that offer deep, lifelong benefits. Well, the first reason to develop your gifts is that you will gain the ability to be in touch with your feelings. Recognizing your feelings and not discounting them is a good practice because your emotional responses to different situations are often very accurate. Your feelings need to be acknowledged and can be a guide to making decisions. It is often the case that feelings are dismissed or ignored. The results of not expressing feelings can be depression or negative behavior. Acknowledgement of emotions is a key to good mental and emotional health. Okay? And you can gain insight into events of your life. Visions are about your psychic sight, a vision or an image that may flash before you, allow you to get a visual impression of events in your life. A vivid dream or a deja vu moment can give you clarity about a past moment or future event. Visions are often insightful and can prepare you for an upcoming experience. In realizing that a vision is a method provided by the universe to process a situation or prepare for an upcoming event, it's a smart activity. It's a sign of maturity and wisdom. Visions give detail and clarity, either with real-world examples or symbolism that is meant for you to interpret. Learn to listen to the voice in your head. Hearing voices that are not your inner voice can be valuable. Paying attention to the little voice in your head can be a valuable tool. That the voice that you are hearing may not agree with your physical senses and could be a warning to be careful. It is a tool from the universe that is exclusively human. Nothing can be more direct than a voice giving you exact direction in life. So ignoring a little or an authoritative voice that you hear internally is a powerful connection with the spiritual dimension. A voice is evidence that you are intimately connected to the universe. You need to recognize and use your intuition. Inspiration, it comes from nowhere and is energizing. Problem solving with solutions that drop into your mind is another reason to tap into your psychic abilities. There is a special gift that appears from no other stimulus other than a problem that you have had trouble solving. It's an aha moment, a thought that stops you in your tracks and gives you insight is powerful, but it is only valuable if you act upon it. Original ideas are exhilarating and can give you new energy. Inspiration remains the greatest expression of psychic abilities. Okay? And understand otherwise unexplained stimuli. Receiving aromas and tastes that do not exist with a physical stimulus. These impressions are often not attributed to psychic abilities, but they are valid instances of a psychic event. The value of these situations can be evaluated by the receiver as a symbol by paying attention to the environment and determining if there are any patterns of events when they appear. Many people use these senses as their superpower and never share these impressions with others. And it may appear socially incorrect to say that something literally stinks or that it placed a bad taste in their mouth, but these impressions are real and special. So learning the symbolic meanings of these sensations takes time, but the wise person remembers the results, so they pay attention to them. So yeah, each of the psychic senses gives you an edge. They may give you signs and symbols that are for you to interpret. And once you start paying attention, you will learn you are integrated into the universe and that you have a unique place in it. There's much happiness and joy that you can attain by participating and learning more about your gifts. The gifts are already there, but using them does take some effort on your part. And you should not be afraid to learn about yourself and the talents you naturally have at your disposal. Today, there are many people promoting empowering techniques to help people live a better life. And these techniques assist people in becoming more assertive and confident in life. They're valuable and good, but one of the most empowering activities you can do is learn about your psychic gifts. And developing your psychic gifts is a journey of self-discovery, very rewarding, and expands your consciousness. Understanding you are an antenna gathering information from beyond the physical is a gift that you may be overlooking in your life. Learning about your natural inclinations and limits is a good thing that only requires that you pay attention to them. And these gifts are easily accessed and developed with time, patience, and support from others. Learning to trust is an issue, but over time, this will come to you. You can learn other self-help skills, but you already have your psychic abilities, so why not use them? All right, y'all. That's it for now. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it as always. Please make sure to hit that follow button and share one hot mess with a friend, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a beautiful day.